What's good, family? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, Mr. Errol, wanna talk about everything but Crawford. Spence has been all in the video airing out Danny Garcia after his fight against Jose Benavidez Jr. What's the topic of controversy? Well, Danny, for you man who don't know, in the post-fight press conference came out, he got emotional, started crying, and said that he'd been going through it, he'd been down bad, etc, etc. And at which point, Angel Garcia jumped in and said, yeah, Danny been going through it, and we would have beat Spence's ass if he'd have been on his A game. Now bear in mind, it wasn't actually Danny who said anything about that. He didn't link it, but it was Angel, Mr. P. Diddy's son, 100%, or Mr. P. Diddy's protege. Listen, whatever you say about anything, what we know, listen, there's many uncertain things in the world right now in 2022. What's not uncertain is the fact that Angel Garcia is a number one protege of P. Diddy. He all in that video. He stay in the video. Yeah, facts. He been reading all of P. Diddy's marketing books. Yeah, listen, fact, look it up yourself. Go on Amazon Books and look up the book from Diddy in 2004. Yeah, how to be all in the video. You best believe Angel Garcia, he got 10 copies of that book. He stayed reading that book. Anyway, like I said, Angel Garcia came out, made a big scene, saying that Spence, he would have got the hands if Danny hadn't have fell off. And obviously that's what brings us to today. Errol Spence couldn't just bask in it. Errol Spence couldn't just say, you know what, I'm about to sign the fight with Crawford. Let me not shoot down this weird ass beef. Let me focus on rolling up and smoking on that Crawford pack. He ain't do that. Instead, Mr. I'm gonna be silent about the big fight, but waffle about random stuff. Had to waffle. So here we go. Here's the first thing. He said, Danny and his pops need to stop making excuses of why they lost to me. Nobody is trying to hear that ish for real. Then he co-signed a tweet from some Errol Spence man-fan goober. Facts. They act like coming off a near-fatal car accident was some walk in the park, physically and mentally. I don't care about none of that weak-ass ish. Here we go. People trying to figure out how they're going to pay their mortgage or rent every month, etc. Like I said, I ain't give no ish about none of that, and I don't care who thinks what about what. If I care about a rich Nick being depressed, I'm sure my elders felt worse than me. Now we got to bear in mind, people, Errol Spence, he ain't got no English skills, but let me sum it up. In summary, he's basically saying Danny Garcia is rich, and even if he wasn't rich, I ain't trying to hear about no boxer down bad. Yeah, you man are on top of the world. Most of us bums are struggling to pay bills. That's what Errol Spence saying. And to be fair, I have to salute that to some extent. Then again, Errol Spence himself was hitting the bottle. He was licking that bottle. Yeah, so, but again, he weren't moaning about it, was he? Errol Spence, he was white boy wasted off the whiskey, driving dangerously, but he wasn't moaning publicly. So it depends what you like. Yeah. Anyway, that isn't where it ended. Then Danny Garcia got into his feels and fired back and said, no excuses. I said you won fair and square. You were the better man that night. Anxiety and depression is real and can affect you. It don't have nothing to do with being rich. Finally, Spence says, it was mostly directed at your pops P. Diddy protege for his comments on why you lost, like I wasn't coming back from something. And you're right, it doesn't. Respect to you though for talking about it and showing that side, something most of us won't or are not ready to do. So like I said, really Errol Spence is letting slip here that he himself has gone through things, yeah, because when he was licking that, when he was getting all the way white boy wasted, driving the car, you best believe he was down bad. I mean, look at Adrian Broner, here's another one. He go through it. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I agree with Errol Spence's initial comments. I ain't trying to hear about if you're and people say it, yeah. Often you hear millionaires say things like, "Oh well, listen, if you're a millionaire, sit down somewhere." And no one trying to hear about no millionaire problems. Just not, because really, guess what? If you're a millionaire and you're depressed, you can sit there all day. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no stress. What stress have you got? Whatever stress you've got. I mean, it's not. I just don't think it's stress like that. If you got, of course, rich people can have problems, but it's not the ultimate problem. The ultimate problem is waking up and being a wage slave. That's in my opinion. There's nothing worse than being a slave. Yeah. If you ain't a slave, it's a bonus. Any bad luck, I'd call that bad luck. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're not a wage slave, you can only go through bad luck. You can't go through true down badness. True down badness is a financial qualification. Facts. Yeah? Danny Garcia can spend all day trying to work out his problems. Other people are in the trap. Other people have got a trap 24/7 to put some bread on the table. Anyway, ultimately, outside of the actual issue here, like I said at the start of the video, guess what? Errol Spence need to focus on Crawford right now. And I can't remember where it was, but someone in one of the comments of these messages said, "Listen, Errol Spence, why is it you're all in the video posting tweets about this random ass beef from some random ass dude? Meanwhile, the Crawford negotiations, you ain't said nizzy. What's that? Where they doing that at? You know what I'm saying? Oh, but he quiet. You know what I mean? Trust me, you always see certain fan groups, certain fangirls, they always say, "Oh, but he quiet." Yeah, he quiet. He got all this to say now. Why ain't he speaking up about the Crawford situation? That's what the fans want to hear. The fans don't want to hear you barking at some dude you beat 3 years ago. They just ain't trying to hear that one. And that's why I think these certain men are sus right now. Super duper sus. They've always got something to say with these. It's a bit like how all the bum fights always happen. Yeah, people always all in the video for bum fights. This guy Spence all in the video for random ass beefs. But the real beef, for example, what do I expect of Errol Spence? I expect by now, bearing in mind as well, I'm hearing that Crawford's the problem. We don't know who's the problem, but let's assume for a second my sources are correct and Terence Crawford is the problem. Terence Crawford is stopping you, Errol, from becoming your biggest star. Yeah. So really, if Errol Spence right now, should be beefing anyone, surely it should be the man who's stopping him from getting to his absolute peak. Why is it not? Why have you got nothing to say on that topic? If Crawford's stopping you making the fight, why aren't you airing him out? Like I said, I'd expect to see something along the lines of at Terence Crawford, or even if you don't at him, putting some sort of tweet out saying, "Yo fans, I just want you man to know my side of the contract has been signed. I've agreed to all my terms, but your man Terence, he's scary." A few lines. Bearing in mind, you had no problem writing out all this random ass beef. Ain't no one trying to see that beef. Yeah? No one trying to see that kind of beef. We want to see your beef with Crawford. That's the only thing I want to see on your timeline. I ain't trying to see about Danny. Who want to see that one? No one. But that sums up boxing today. In boxing today, they give us everything we don't want. What's that? We don't want to see. What's that we don't want to see? Errol Spence versus Ugas. We get Errol Spence versus Ugas. What's that we don't want to see? Terence Crawford versus Porter. We get Terence Crawford versus an untrained and lazy ass Porter. Yeah, do you know what I mean? What's that? We don't want to see Terence Crawford versus Sean Porter. We get Terence Crawford versus an uncommitted and about to retire Sean Porter. Weird ass dudes. Fix up.